Yeah, when you think of Stevie Nicks, you picture flowing shawls, haunting lyrics, and that unmistakable voice. But behind the stage lights and the myths, another story rumbled beneath her feet. The story of the cars she chose. From Cadillacs that thundered like her triumphs, to BMWs that mirrored her heartbreaks, every vehicle was more than metal and chrome. They were rolling diaries of her victories, escapes, and secret moments that shaped the songs we still sing today. 1967 Cadillac Eldorado in 1978. As rumors reigned atop global charts, Stevie Nicks claimed the 1967 Cadillac Eldorado, a midnight blue convertible that thundered with victorious. Its presence as commanding as her stage persona. Its 429 cubic inch V8 engine, a cast iron behemoth with overhead valves, a 10.5 in compression ratio, a 413 inch bore, and a 4.0 inch stroke, generated 340 horsepower at 4,600 RPM and 480 lb-ft of torque at 3,000 RPM, paired with a GM Turbo Hydromatic THM 425 3-speed automatic transmission with a fluid coupling torque converter. It accelerated from 0 to 60 mph in 8.5 seconds, reached a top speed of 120 mph, and managed 12 mpg city during 16 mpg highway with an 82-liter fuel tank. Its Rochester Quadra J 4-barrel carburetor optimizing fuel delivery for its 7.0-liter displacement. Weighing 4,600 pounds and stretching 16 feet with a 120-inch wheelbase and a 54.5-inch track width, its front-wheel drive system, pioneering for 1967, used a torsion bar front suspension with upper-lower control arm, coil spring rear suspension, and a 3.21 21.1 rear axle ratio, delivering a velvet smooth ride over Mulholland Drive's serpentine curves. The chrome trim, including vertical taillights, a bold egg crate grille, bumper guards, and side molding, gleamed like her stage lights, while the white leather interior featured 6-way power adjustable, a tilt and telescopic steering column, power window, and a custom Blaupunkt AM/FM stereo with cassette. Installed in 1995, blasting dreams through 4-speak, one of only 2,250 convertibles produced in 1967 out of 17,930 total Eldorados, it was restored in 1995 by a California specialist. With a rebuilt engine, new forged pistons, a reconditioned crankshaft, period-correct 15-inch wire-spoke hubcaps with 235 75R15 Firestone Deluxe Champion tires, nocturne blue metallic paint, refinished chrome, and a reupholstered interior with new foam padding. Valued at $50,000 today, its worth soars due to Stevie's ownership and its pristine condition, verified by a 2010 Hagerty appraisal. Designed by GM's Bill Mitchell, the Eldorado's angular elegance, with a 0.46 drag coefficient, epitomized American luxury, rivaling Rolls-Royce and influencing Cadillac's design into the 1970s. Stevie cruised with the top down, her hair wild in the Pacific breeze, the car's curves echoing her Pacific Palisades, a symbol of untamed. On a 1978 post-concert drive, reeling from rumors' 31-week chart dominance, she scrawled Gold Dust Woman's final verse on a napkin tucked in the glove box, the engine's deep rumble harmonizing with her triumphant heart. 1985 Mercedes-Benz 560 SL after the Wild Hearts 1983 Triumph. Stevie gifted herself a 1985 Mercedes-Benz 560 SL, a cream convertible radiating 80s glamour. Its 5.6-liter M117 V8 engine with Bosch KE Jetronic fuel injection, a 9.L1 compression rate, single overhead camshafts, and a 3.66-inch bore, churned 227 horsepower at 5,200 RPM and 287 lb-ft of torque at 3,500 RPM. Paired with a 4-speed 4G-tronic automatic, it hit 0-60 mph in 7.2 seconds, reached a top speed of 135 mph, and achieved 16 mpg highway with a 90-liter fuel tank. Weighing 3,900 pounds with a 0.42 drag coefficient and 96.7-inch wheelbase, its R107 chassis used independent coil spring suspension, 4-wheel disc brakes with ABS, a limited slip differential, and 205 65R15 Pirelli P6 tires for graceful handling along Pacific Coast Highway. The red leather interior with heated seats, a burr walnut dashboard, power mirrors, and a Becker Grand Prix stereo cradled her as the soft top dropped under starlit skies. Customized with a gold-trimmed grille and 16-inch chrome Lorenzer wheels, one of 49,347 R107 SLs built from 1971-1989. It was refurbished in 1998 with new Bilstein shocks, a black soft top, and an Arctic white repaint. Valued at $40,000 today, its celebrity cachet enduring after being sold in 2000. The R107, designed by Friedrich Geiger, was a Hollywood icon, driven by stars like Tina Turner. Stevie drove it to Oak Court, shawls trailing like wings, the breeze fueling edge of 17's raw energy. During a 1983 drive after a breakup, she found solace in its purr. Sketching Nightbird's opening lines on a dashboard notepad, each mile a performance, a symbol of her glamorous defiance against fame's weight. 1975 BMW 3.0 CSN 1981. As Belladonna soared to platinum and marked her solo triumph, Stevie chose a 1975 BMW 3.0 CS, a silver coupe that danced with her sleek rebellion, its lines as fluid as her shawls. Its 3.0 lighter M30B30 inline-6 engine, with Bosch Digitronic electronic fuel injection, a 9.5.1 compression ratio, dual overhead camshafts, a 3.50-inch bore, and a 3.45-inch stroke, produced 180 horsepower at 6,000 RPM and 188 lb-ft of torque at 300 to 700 RPM, paired with a 4-speed Getrag 262 manual gearbox with a single-plate clutch. It accelerated from 0 to 60 mph in 7.9 seconds, reached a top speed of 130 mph, and achieved 18 mpg highway with 14 mpg city with a 78-liter 20.6-gallon fuel tank. Its 2,982c displacement optimized for efficiency and performance. The E9 chassis with a 0.34 drag coefficient, 103.3-inch wheelbase on 55.9-inch track width, weighed 3,100 pounds and measured 15.3 feet. Its ZF power steering, McPherson strut front suspension with anti-roll bars, semi-trailing arm rear suspension with Bilstein gas pressure shocks, and 185/70 R14 Michelin Pilot HX tires on 14-inch BBS mahogany alloy wheels, offering precision as sharp as her Versys. The black leather interior with rosewood trim on the dashboard and center console, power windows, air conditioning, and a Becker Europa AM/FM stereo with 4 speakers held napkins scrolled with lyrics in the glove box. A testament to Stevie's creative burst. One of 4 109 CS models produced from 1971-1975. It was restored in 1996 by a BMW specialist in Los Angeles with a refurbished fuel injection system, new valve seals, a reconditioned, polished chrome bumpers, a Polaris silver repaint, and a rebuilt gearbox valued at $70,000 today. Its rarity is a BMW classic and Stevie's ownership amplifying its worth. Per a 2015 RM Sotheby's estimate, designed by Wilhelm Hofmeister, the E9's sleek lines with its iconic kidney grille and shark nose front influenced BMW's modern coupes like the 6 Series. Stevie drove it to Sunset Sound Studios, its silver glint mirroring Marina del Rey's waves, inspiring Steinbach's fire during a 1981 recording set. On a twilight drive through Laurel Canyon, post-breakup with Lindsey Buckingham, she shifted gears as if strumming chords, each curve a new line in her story. The car's agility a mirror to her solo ascent. 1990 Jeep Grand Wagoneer. 1992, seeking practicality amid her mystical aura. Stevie acquired a 1990 Jeep Grand Wagoneer, a wood-paneled Titan that echoed her Arizona roots. Its 5.9-liter MC V8 engine, with a Carter YFA 2-barrel carburetor, a 9.2.1 compression ratio, pushrod design, and a 3.31-inch stroke, delivered 144 horsepower at 3,200 RPM and 280 lb-ft of torque at 1,500 RPM. Paired with a 3-speed Chrysler Torque Flight 727 automatic, it reached 0 to 60 mph in 12 seconds, with a top speed of 100 mph and 10 mpg city with an 87-liter fuel tank. Weighing 4,500 pounds and spanning 15.4 feet with a 108.7-inch wheelbase, its Select Track 4-wheel drive system, heavy-duty Dana 44 axles, leaf spring suspension, and two 35/75R15 BF Goodrich all-terrain tires tackled desert trails. Its 0.48 drag coefficient embracing rugged charm. The tan leather interior with power seats, a factory AM/FM stereo with cassette, faux wood trim, and a rear defroster was worn soft by journals and tapes for desert songwriting. One of 6,541 final year models produced, it was repainted hunter green in 2005 with new shocks and a rebuilt carburetor, kept until 2010, and valued at $30,000 for its nostalgic grit and Stevie's touch. Designed by Brooks Stevens, it defined American SUV heritage. Parked at Pacific Palisades, it grounded her ethereal spirit, a vessel for escapes to Joshua Tree where Rooms on Fire took shape. On a 1992 retreat, she wrote Desert Angel under starlight, the engine's hum a grounding rhythm for her wandering soul, reconnecting her to the girl who loved wide open spaces. 1968 Mercedes-Benz 250 SLI in the late 1970s. While peers chased a Detroit muscle, Stevie chose a 1968 Mercedes-Benz 250 SL, a sleek convertible that whispered elegant. Its 2.5-liter 129 inline-six engine with Bosch mechanical fuel injection, a 9.01 compression rate, single overhead camshaft, and a 3.27-inch stroke produced 150 horsepower at 5,500 RPM and 159 lb-ft of torque at 4,200 RPM. Paired with a 4-speed automatic, 5-speed manual option, it hit 0-60 mph in 9.3 seconds, reached a top speed of 124 mmol, and achieved 19 mpg highway with an 82-liter fuel tank. Weighing 3,000 pounds and measuring 14.4 feet with a 94.5-inch wheelbase, its W113 Pagoda chassis with a 0.39 drag coefficient offered nimble handling via independent coil spring suspension, 4-wheel disc brakes, a 3.69.1 axle ratio, and 185/70R14 Michelin XWX tires. The ivory exterior with a matching hardtop and cognac leather interior with a Blaupunkt Frankfurt radio, teakwood trim, and power steering reflected her refined yet bohemian spirit. One of 5,196 units produced globally from 1967-1968, it underwent a 1990 restoration with signal red paint, reupholstered seats, a rebuilt transmission, and new chrome. Valued at $60,000 today, its worth boosted by Stevie's ownership. Designed by Paul Brack, the Pagoda's concave roof became a design icon. She drove it along Pacific Coast Highway, its elegance matching Rhiannon's grace. Shawls fluttering as she dreamed during a 1979 Sunset Drive that inspired Sarah's wistful tone after a late-night studio set. Each ride was a quiet rebellion, a statement of her unique rhythm against the era's muscle car roar. The 2005 Range Rover in 2005. As touring demanded modern luxury, Stevie chose a 2005 Range Rover, a black SUV that became her mobile. Its 4.4-liter Jaguar AJ-V8 engine, with variable valve timing, a 9.4.1 compression rate, fuel injection, and a 3.54-inch bore, produced 282 horsepower at 5,100 RPM and 325 lb-ft of torque at 3,600 RPM. Paired with a 5-speed ZF5 HP 24 automatic, it hit 0-60 mph in 7.5 seconds, reached a top speed of 130 mm and achieved 17 mpg highway with a 100-liter fuel tank. Weighing 5,300 pounds and stretching 16.3 feet with a 113.3-inch wheelbase, its adaptive air suspension, terrain response system with 5 modes, Brembo 4-piston brakes, and 255's 55R19 Pirelli Scorpion tires smoothed LA's chaos with a 0.40 drag coefficient. The cream leather interior with heated seats, a Harman Kardon Logic 7 shell, and Rikid 7 system with 14 speakers, walnut accents, and a touchscreen navigation system cradled her as she hummed new melodies. Still in her garage after a 2008 suspension overhaul, new fuel pump, and Pirelli tire replacement, it's valued at $25,000, her road companion often seen at her Santa Monica condo. Designed by Phil Simmons, it was a celebrity favorite, from Madonna to David Beckham. Driving it during a 2005 tour, she felt cocooned. The miles fueling Talk to Me's introspective pulse as she jotted lyrics during a red-eye drive to San Diego. Each ride was a ritual, the car's strength a canvas for her next spell. A modern chariot for a timeless enchantress. Chevrolet Chevelle in 1975. Stevie was photographed atop a Chevrolet Chevelle named Matter of Time, owned by racer Larry Cloage, but sources confirm she drove a similar one. Likely a 1970-1972 Chevelle SS during her early Fleetwood Mac day. Its 454 cubic inch V8 engine with a Harley 750 CFM 4-barrel carb rate, a 10.5 on compression rate, overhead valves, and a 4.25 inch. Produced up to 450 horsepower at 5,600 RPM and 500 lb-ft of torque at 3,600 RPM. Paired with a 3-speed turbo hydromatic 400 or 4-speed Muncie M22 manual. It hit 0 to 60 mph in 5.4 seconds, reached the top speed of 140 mph, and managed 8 mpg city with an 80-liter fuel tank. Weighing 3,800 pounds and stretching 16.5 feet with a 112-inch wheelbase is 0.45 drag coefficient, heavy-duty F41 suspension, power disc brakes, and two 35/60R15 Goodyear Polyglass Redline tires made it a muscle car icon. The black exterior with white SS stripes, chrome Craig RSS wheels, and a cowl induction hood screamed rock and roll. Its black vinyl interior with bucket seat, a Hurst shifter, and a Pioneer Super Tuner stereo blasting landslide, one of 75,000 SS models in 1970. It was repainted in 1985 with a new clutch, dual exhaust system, and Edelbrock intake manifold. Valued at $45,000 today, its connection to Stevie adding allure. Designed by John Z. DeLorean, the Chevelle SS defined American muscle's golden age. She drove it through New Haven in 1975, its rumble echoing her rising fame during Fleetwood Mac's recording, fueling Go Your Own Way's defiance after a tense band rehearsal. The car's raw power matched her gritty heart. A soulful ride for a poet on the cusp of stardom. Stevie Nicks didn't just drive these cars, she wove them into her legend. The Cadillac Eldorado thundered her rumor's triumph, its chrome blazing like her stage lights. The BMW 3.0 CS danced through her belladonna ascent, sleek as her chords. The Mercedes 560 SL soared as Edge of 17's Dove, its glamour her escape. The Jeep Grand Wagoneer grounded her wanderlust, a desert muse for rooms on fire. The Range Rover cradled her through tours and quiet nights, steady as Talk to Me. The Mercedes 250 SL whispered elegant, a counterpoint to Rhiannon's grace. The Chevelle roared her early Mac days, raw as landslides ache. Each vehicle, like her shawls, is a relic, a verse on wheels, a pulse of her heart. Her 120 million fortune, forged from rumors millions, belladonna's platinum, and a 2020 catalog sale for $100 million. Fueled these machines, but they were more than purchased. They carried her through Mulholland's curves, Pacific Coast highways sweet, and the silent moments where her pen sang. Stevie's cars are her songs, felt, not just driven. Their rumble her barefoot soul, their leather her dreams. Which lyric hums in your heart as you picture her behind the... Drop it in the comments. Share the song that haunts, heals, or drives you forward.
Share your thoughts in the comments. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more dives into Hollywood's hidden history.